Hello, what's up, YouTube? You're tuned in to the Katie Talk 101 show. You guys make sure you hit that like button when you come through the building. Sorry it's been so long. I've been tied up with life, but I'm here now. But yes, I'm coming today. It's a lot of relationship things been going on these podcasts. I am looking forward to the election being over, but most definitely I will be covering some footage from that. So you guys make sure you stay tuned for that. Okay, so oh, and this is just a little clip that I ended up getting from Facebook. I've seen this on Facebook, so as you can see, this is Yvette and Jody, and it says us watching movies after arguing, getting family involved, and the police just left 15 minutes ago. So you see this couple here, they just laughing it up, laughing it up. I thought that was just the funniest thing. And especially when it comes to people who have been or probably currently are in toxic relationships. I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. But yes, you'll get everybody involved in your relationship. You'll call your mama, call all your cousins, call the police, call everybody. Then y'all just right back together. I was like, man, if this ain't the truth, I don't know what is. But yes, I ended up seeing a few things that I just wanted to come and talk about when it comes to relationships and all of that. So I ended up seeing this, and I'm pretty sure you guys are probably familiar with this podcast. I know this young lady. I believe her name is Kitty. Yes, this is Kitty. Hey, what's up with your joy chit chat? Shout out to Gator Boy. Shout out to the chat room. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, and thank y'all for tuning in for sure. So this is Kitty, and there was a woman in the comment section. Well, she was in the audience and she had a question. So listen to how this went, and then I'm just going to give my little opinion on this situation because I think it was a really valid question that she asked. I think it was. Hold on, let me make sure you guys can hear it first. Okay, right here. And now that is so true what that man just said. And I'm not going to take away from what Kitty said because all of the benefits that a man should only seek from his wife, all of the things she said was true. But it's also true what that gentleman just said. He said a woman will give you all of this without the ring. And you know what? I just feel like a lot of times stepping into the ring of dating, it usually, I mean, back in the day, it used to be a man used to go out his way to prove himself to a woman. I remember back when I was working in construction, and I was talking to my sister about this earlier because she's worked at some very male dominated jobs as well as I have too. She's worked at UPS. She was a manager for Frito Lay. She's worked for the railroad for some years. I mean, she's worked at some male dominated places. And I've worked in construction and I've worked in barbershops where they were all men. So we both worked in places where there were male dominated environments. And it was something I was telling her. And I said, I can remember back when I was working construction, and I remember there was a big handful, I mean, a big number of men who had stay at home wives. And they used to brag about it like there was something for them to be proud of, for them to be able to say, hey, my wife stay at home. She take care of everything at the house. And hey, I deal with all the bills. She makes sure the house together and all this and that. So I'm like, oh, that is cool. Shout out to Bougie Barbie. Hey, shout out to Bougie Barbie. I know I was supposed to go live earlier, but I was like, I'm gonna wait until some people get off work. Then I'm gonna jump on. So yeah, that's why I kind of pushed the time back a few times. But yes, I just feel like a lot of times they're the women nowadays, and I'm talking about the new dating scene we dealing with or whatnot, even the new marriage system. It's just like the woman has to prove herself in all that she can do. And now you're hearing men come up with the question of what do you bring to the table? Everything that Kitty just said, that's what women are talking to men about during the first date. And let's listen to what Kitty said again. Now, when these men say, what do you bring to the table? This is the kind of stuff that they really want to hear. They really want to hear you put it all out there, just like Kitty was just saying. Listen to what she said. Oh, hold on. Oh, let me make sure I'm sharing the right thing. I'm always having this problem. That's why it be so frustrating going live sometimes. You think you playing it, but can't nobody hear. Hold on, let me see. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove this, and then I'm gonna start back over and share it again. I'm gonna start back over. Let's see. All right. Okay, so I started back over. Okay, I just shared the screen. Let me make sure it's popping up. Okay, y'all can see that. Okay, now I'm gonna push play. Okay, let's see here. I hope you all are having a great weekend. I mean, a great Tuesday. Look, I'm still thinking it's the weekend. Okay, let me go up here. Make sure that's on. Okay, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Let me see. Okay, hold on. Let me play it. Oh, you still don't hear? I don't know what's wrong with this thing, man. Can you hear me talk? Can you hear me talk, Barbie? Can you hear me? Okay, let me share this. Okay, let's see. I have you in two different. Let me make sure it isn't me. I hear you clearly. Okay, she said she hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna try to let me do this again. Hold on. Okay, so I see that I'm sharing it. Okay, so let me play it again.
Morality. The list can go on, baby. The list can go on, baby. I need to hear from the men.
I think it's hard to follow that without saying some toxic.
And you see what he said. He was like, it's hard to follow that up without saying some toxic stuff. See, okay, she said she here now. Perfect. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you so much. Because I hate to be playing this stuff and I'm sitting here talking and you don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, do you hear what he said? First of all, before I'm going to play what he said it's hard to follow up behind what you just said without some toxic stuff. So that let you know their whole mentality is always toxic. But let's hear what he got to say.
True.
Come on. Come on, Ace.
Women will give all that to a without that marriage and that ring still.
Keep it real.
And so a lot of men don't feel incentivized to go to that next level because I'm getting all those things that you just said.
Can I ask you a
for
question?
free? What's up?
Don't most men require that before they say that they'll marry you, right? Because most men will say
No, that's
they
the game. What happens is you allow a man to put you on layaway and you give him full benefits.
See, and they always concerned about so much about what he requires. I think a lot of women, don't get me wrong, it's cool to make the man that you want to be with for the rest of your life. You're supposed to make them happy, but he's supposed to make you happy too. So just like you're pouring into his cup, you shouldn't. He needs to be expected that he got to pour back into you. That way you can be replenished, and you just won't be drained dry like a well. Because that's what happens. I feel like in a whole lot of relationships, um, a lot of people are. It's just that one in that relationship that's doing a little bit or a whole lot more than the other person, and that's where you're gonna sit up and you're gonna feel like you're being drained. But I see exactly what he's saying. So I'm gonna stop sharing this here, and I'm gonna go back, and I want you guys to hear this. And shout out to Priscilla. She been coming with that work. She been coming with that work for sure. And I got a clip that came from her Instagram of some things that she had ended up posting. And it was kind of similar and relatable to that conversation right there. Let me find it here. And this man, it's probably shit, some stuff I went through when I was younger in relationships. Listen to what this situation is talking about. Hold on. Let me show y'all some. I'm sitting here really talking. Hold on. Okay, here.
In the bio.
Okay, here it is.
Every second, every hour of the day, I'm thinking about what you're doing. School and doing the streets.
Okay, let me make sure y'all can see it. Okay, there you go. Okay, take a listen to what this young lady is saying to her boyfriend, and then listen to the response that the boyfriend had back to her. That's why I'm like, man, I can't see myself sitting here running up behind a person requesting their attention and they not giving me none. If you're not giving me nothing back, how can I continue to chase you? Like, hold on, here you go.
I can't focus on school.
You can't focus on school. Why you can't focus on school? Because you're so focused on me. And I'm focused on trying to get this paper so I can get the fuck on. And you worry about me. You just did 4 fucking years in college and you still worry about me? Go be that lawyer. Help me get the fuck on.
And that is the reason for the decentralization of men. Because as long as men are in the picture and women have a desperation and a need for validation that can only be filled by men, women will abandon their communities, their impact on society, their children, to focus on men who have no interest in focusing on them. What is wrong with women that you can't see yourself? Go ahead and sign up for my masterclass. Link in the bio.
Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing exactly what she's talking about. Like, we spend so much time. I think hopefully it's just younger women going through this. I hope it's not any women that are 30 plus going through what this young lady just, you know. But hey, you never know. The truth is what they say, stranger than fiction, I guess. But looking at this situation, you have a young lady that's really wrapped up into this guy, probably the type of female that brags a lot on her boyfriend. My man. You know, and then this time like this man don't want anything to do with you. I mean, he's saying you focusing on him, you done went to college, and then you starting to get distracted because you so worried about what he got going on, and he trying to figure out how to get the heck away from you while you so worried about him. It's crazy because I feel like a lot of people, you overlook some of the people that's probably for you because you running after what's not for you. That's being distracted. Man, we gotta stay focused. We gotta stay focused. I promise. And I don't care what kind of relationship it is. It could be with a family member, just anything. If you always in a position where you have to sacrifice more in any situation, that's not a good situation for you to be in. And then a lot of time is situations where you seem like you're always the person that have to help others. Where are the people when you need help? Like, yeah, the person that end up helping you is usually not the one that you help. So, you know, if you find yourself just you pouring and you pouring and you pouring into other people, you steady helping other people, like make sure it's people of quality. We got to fill our lives with people of quality, people who have something to pour back into us. Because what happens when you steady pouring into people, and when you look up and you need help, who there for you? Don't have a big number of people in your circle and like you always doing better than everybody in the circle. Like, no, this ain't gonna work. Who am I gonna who am I gonna look up to? Who can I have these conversations with when I'm trying to move to the next level with something? Nobody. So yeah, I'm just looking like why why do we have these people around? It's always something you gotta do. You gotta open up and do, even like in any type of relationship. And then just think it's draining, especially if you're in a relationship with people like that. And then you have friends that are always around you that just always need this, always need that, people that's always in need, people who you have to make adjustments in your life to try to add some good things to their life. You just always sitting around giving, giving, giving. And it'll put you in a position where like, damn, I ain't got nothing else to give. Now I need something. Who's gonna be there for me? And if you look up and everybody that you needed some from don't have nothing for you, what kind of circle do you really have? What kind of circle do you really have when nobody around you can pour into your cup? Man, you go throughout life, like, don't get me wrong, we can choose our relationships and our friends, but we can't choose our family. So even if you got family members that just need. It's always me giving myself. Just like this young lady in this video here, This young lady seemed like she has given this man just everything. She has done extremely too much. She done extremely too much, and it's coming to a point where she feel like, oh, I can't do this no more. But he probably opening up her eyes. That's why I titled it the way I did. I titled it "A Man Gives His Girlfriend a Reality Check." A lot of time, people are married to people when they married to people where they were probably in a situation back in the dating phase, the man that tried to get a woman a reality check, but she still want to push and bully that man into getting that ring. You still want to push for that ring, and then when you get it, you be thinking, "Dang, this ain't all I thought it was gonna be." All marriages these days is a person posting it on Facebook and changing their status on Instagram or Facebook to being married, and they post a lot of pictures of their mates. And in the background, it's just like they're unhappy, but people looking at it like, oh, they got married. Oh, they're living happily ever after. Every married person don't live happily ever after. Stop looking on Instagram and looking on Facebook and thinking that this stuff is real life, because this is not real. This all just the imagination. It's all a matrix, and you look at stuff and you have this certain feeling like, oh, that's what I need, or oh, if I could be like them, then people will accept me. We go throughout our whole lives sometimes we're kids to fit in, to be accepted, to be cool with the crowd, be one of the cool kids. But most of the time, standing out is what's for some of us. Just being real, a big part of society are meant to be followers. But then you have that one individual that's a little different from the rest. Everybody not meant to fit in. So when you go out of your way to try to be a people pleaser, you're gonna end up with people who are what they call a succubus. It's a person that just drains, kind of like a leech. It drains, but it does not refuel you, but all it's doing is taking. You're gonna end up in relationships like that. You're gonna have close relationships with family members, with people who are like that. You're gonna draw in friends who are like that, and then you're just gonna look up, and then your whole life's gonna feel like it's in shambles. But it's up to you of who you allow in your space. It's up to you. So I just feel like, hey, even if I'm over here in the corner, it's just me and my two children, and I got one. I got a homegirl that she out of state in Texas. She come through a couple of times after year. We spend time together. I got my sister I talk to every day. Hey, that's my circle. That's my circle, and I'm cool with it. But you're not always gonna fit in a lot of circles. And then at the end of the day, everybody in your circle that you could look. Come on now, everybody knows somebody like this. You look on their Facebook page, they probably looking cute. They looking alright, this and that. Man, this person, they struggling with homelessness. They out here living from hand to mouth, trying to figure out where the hell they gonna sleep. They struggling with keeping a job. They struggling, girl, just everything in that nigga life is a struggle. Oh, excuse my language. I don't really even talk like say the N word too much. But y'all know what I mean. Everything in their life is a struggle. And then you will look on their page and they look like they straight. But you see them in person, you like, dang, you don't look like that story you just posted over there on Instagram. Dang, you look different. Like, what the heck? That's because that's an illusion that you're looking at online. Like, don't let your mind get wrapped up in the illusion. That's why I'm not gonna lie. Like I always say, I'm gonna come once a week with a video, but sometimes I be looking at everything that be going on, and I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown. But I look at everything that be going on, and I be like, man, I know what draws in the crowd is what's going on, what's the latest this, what's the latest that. But all this stuff that be going on, I don't feel like it's even worth talking. Like, I take my audience serious. And I just don't sit up and just talk about anything. But I'm like, a lot of the stuff that be going on, it don't even be worth most of the talking about. Every time you look up, it's a new person that he came out against Diddy. And this whole Diddy thing is just getting just totally ridiculous. And I'm just like, man, is there anything to talk about? But speaking of talking about, I seen this situation, and it's something having to do with relationships. Let me see here. I was just looking. Listen to what he had to say. Now, this was some good advice. I think.
Kids don't listen. Here's the thing. Yes, my grandpa used to say. My grandfather told my brother and I, we were young. He said the worst kind of poor you can be is child poor.
Mm.
Don't let that go over y'all head, people. That's an 18-year expense. That's damn near as long as your mortgage. Now, just imagine your mortgage. You got one, because there ain't very many people that have 7 mortgages. So you start having 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. Okay. And they're not by one. Guess what, Ocho?
Mm-hmm.
That's 18 years. I know I done the math.
Oh, shoot. I done it too. Plenty times.
Okay. So you know what that means? That's right. That's why, Shannon, you ain't went on no vacation? Hell no. My vacation was right there. that was my vacation right there. That private school. The vacation I would have taken.
Yeah.
Went to a private school
and
saving for their college. That's where the vacation went. That's where my vacation went. And kids don't listen. Here's the thing. Yes, my grandpa used to say. My grandfather told my brother and I, we were young. He said the worst kind of poor you can be is child poor.
Mm.
Don't let that go over y'all head, people.
Now that is so true because having a whole lot of children, that's like the number one step into poverty. And just growing up and listening to older people, like I can remember after having my first son, it used to be older women be like, girl, when you having another one? Like, I'm like, dang, don't I gotta raise the first one first? You know? Like, I mean, they just never taught us anything of quality. And you wonder why they turned out. And then when you look up and a girl got another baby and another baby and another baby, and then you're like, hey, all the old school women used to ask me when I'm gonna have another one. It used to be like a challenge of how many children can you have. And I mean, you look up and you see what that has produced. And I can be honest to say, when a person have to look at what they have produced, it's hard to look at. It's really hard to look at. But children don't ask to be here. I just feel like you need to try to get them the best life they can have if you're able to, or just don't have a lot of them, or just don't have any. Like some people just don't need them. But yeah, I was just thinking that, and it's just like the things that we've been taught and we grew up and see, like older women, older women used to have a whole lot of kids back then. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything before I jump off of here. It's just the things you were taught stick to you from the time you're young to the time you grow up. Let's see. I think that's about it. Let me see. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I just came for a quick live. I wanted to do a review of. It'll probably have to be broke up in a couple of parts, but I know. I think Donald Trump did a sit down with Joe Rogan, and Kamala had a sit down with Club Shay Shay. Shout out to Club Shay Shay. Interviewed the vice president. You know, the one that's running to be the president. So shout out to him for that interview. I'll probably break down the Trump interview down in 2 or 3 parts, but I'll just do the Kamala thing. I noticed Kamala did not have a lot of. I don't think she had a lot of views. Let me pull up the Joe Rogan interview. See how much. I want to see how much. Last I looked, it was like 34 million that Trump had. But let me see. Okay. All right. So okay, it's 39 million now. So that was 3 days ago. And the Trump interview got 39 million hits so far. Now let's see how many does Kamala have. Okay, so you guys see it here. You know I can't click on it. I don't want to get struck. Okay, now let's see Club Shake Shack. Okay, here we go right here. Okay, so this is Kamala compared to Trump. Okay, so her interview is 1.1 million. Dang, Trump got a whole lot of views. Now, do you all think that could do you think that could play a do you think that could play a part in the popularity that Trump probably has over Kamala? What do you guys think about that? So yeah, 1.1 million, and that was the day ago. Okay, and dang, Trump got way more views. I ain't trying to be funny, but those a whole lot more views. Or do you guys feel like Joe Rogan got more probably eyes on him than Shannon Sharp? What do you guys think? Y'all make sure y'all comment if you're watching the playback. Make sure you guys comment. Make sure you comment about that situation because Um, to me, it seems like when it comes to the running for the president, you got to have people to endorse you, add money to you. It's almost like you're a celebrity or something like that, and you're just an entertainer on tour trying to get a big position, which is the seat of being the president. But it's almost like it's a whole popularity contest. It's the whole popularity contest. Let's see. Oh yeah, he got. Well, let me see. Yeah, that's 39 million. At first, I thought it was 3.9, but that's 39 million views. He got way more. Well, good luck to both, and I just hope whoever gets picked, I just hope they have the best interest of the regular American people, the people who they're trying to make poor. I mean, I can remember growing up when there was a such thing as like poor, and then it was middle class, and then you got solid middle class, and then the upper class or whatever. But now it's like they trying to create a whole scene where either you gonna be rich or you gonna be poor, and it ain't no in between. They trying to get rid of the middle class. That's the worst thing you could ever do. You messing up like society with it. It doesn't matter the gender of a person. It doesn't matter the race of a person. We need a person who's gonna help the fellow everyday American because people are tired. People are tired of living day by day. Going to the grocery store and can't go over 1 cent. It's constantly people. Just imagine what the people go through that's checkers at grocery stores, and they the cashier at the grocery store and whatnot. It probably be so much stuff. Oh my God, people stressed out, can't pay for this, can't pay for that. Like we need to change, and it doesn't matter, what the gender of the person or whatever. We just need to change. But yeah, according to the popularity contest, it looked like Trump is most definitely ahead. So let's all get out there and vote and do what we're supposed to do and see what happens. I'm going to be covering some of this stuff out here too. I know we got the Wiley court date coming up on the 12th. I said I'm going to try to get out there to see what's going on with the Keefe D court date. I know that court date is the 4th, so that's next week. So I'm going to try to get out there and, um, oh yeah, most definitely get to the election. Yeah, I want to get some of the footage of the election. So it's going to be something entertaining going on out there. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get there, and I'll most definitely be back with another one. I hope you all have a great, safe week and happy Tuesday. And I'll be seeing you soon. Peace.